on Fox 35.
Welcome back to Good Day Time right now, 8:42. You know, these days, finding a job can be tough work, let alone finding a summer job. So if the teen in your life wants to make some extra cash, instead of finding a summer business, they might want to start one themselves. Here with us now, Jerry Ross, Executive Director of the Disney Entrepreneur Center. Jerry, thanks so much for joining us. And you have some tips for kids to start a summer business, because maybe, you know, a lot of the adults might be taking up their jobs with the economy still kind of shaky, right?
Right. So now it's a great time for teens and kids to start thinking about, how do I earn some extra money for the summer?
The first thing you say that kids want to do is define your purpose. What do you mean?
Well, that means, what is it that you want to accomplish with this? Is it to earn some extra money? Is it something that you like doing as a hobby and you'd like to earn some money off your hobby just to pay for it? Or is this something where you'd like to start a savings account to buy something special or go to college?
Okay.
So that will determine what kind of business you start and how big that idea can grow.
And does it have to be something that a child loves to do, or just something that they're like, I'm just going to make some quick money here this summer and pay for college or pay for that new bike or something?
Well, as my mom used to say, sometimes you work for fun and sometimes you work for money. So I think it depends on what it is they'd like to do.
Okay, number two, you say do your research.
You have to do your research to say, this might be a great idea or something that I like to do, but is there anyone out there that would want to pay for it or to buy it? And so you've got to do the research to say, if I want to start a babysitting business, you know, are there kids in the neighborhood? If I want to do a dog walking business, are there dogs in the neighborhood? So you've got to look around and say, even though I think this might be a good idea, who is it that I'm going to sell this to, and are there enough of them to make some money?
Make sure the demand is there and that you don't have too much competition, right?
That's right.
Okay, and this is a question. Do kids need a business license or no?
Well, sometimes you do. If you're operating a business in a neighborhood, sometimes you're required to get an occupational license. Sometimes you're not, and so what we suggest that you look at the local city that you're in and say, what are the restrictions here for running a business? And that's part of doing your research.
Okay, next, develop your plan.
You've got to have a plan. Yeah. And so most people plan their vacations more than they plan a business. And so what you say is, you wouldn't start out on vacation not knowing where you're going to go or how you're going to get there. And so you need a business plan to say.
So kids really should write up a business plan, even if it's like for a babysitting business.
It should be because if you write it, you can do it, and then you have a way to improve it, to go back and say, this was my idea, and which parts worked and which parts didn't.
Less to take action and have some fun.
You've got to take action. And so if you have the best plan in the world and the best idea and you don't take action, then nothing happens. And ultimately, starting a business, even if you have one that didn't work as well as you thought, you can learn things to say, I learned what I do well and what I don't do well. Maybe you meet some new people and make some new friends.
Now, if parents or kids have any questions for you, how can they get in contact with you at the Disney Entrepreneur Center?
The best way is to visit our website, which is disneyec.com. And we have a group right now, the Central Florida Disability Chamber, that's exploring doing a youth entrepreneurship program this summer. So that might be a way to connect with that program and see if we're going to do that this summer.
Thank you very much, Jerry Ross from the Disney Entrepreneur Center.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks for coming in. All right, let's send it over to Amy and Jim.